Okay, here's where I'm at on this thing. I went ahead and I took out those 1N4007s because they were a little underrated. They were only rated for an amp. And I put in these 1N5048s as someone had suggested. They're a little bigger. They were a little hard to get through that hole, but I got them in there. Um, this capacitor kit that um, I got it off of eBay for like 25 bucks, and that included all the electrolytics with the exception of the high voltage ones. But now he sent me all radial capacitors, and I told him, I said, well, like, there's four that need to be axial. I don't want to put radial capacitors in here and up here, for that section. And I want to stick with the uh, uh, um, axial, you know. Um, and So he's gonna send me some axials, and I bought the high voltage ones from this same outfit too, RF Experts. It's a outfit out in China. I couldn't beat the price, but you know what? You get what you pay for. The new ones, they are quite a bit smaller. So what I started to do here, I got a grommet kit from Harbor Freight. I had one, and I got the biggest grommet that they had in there, and I cut it, and I mean, it seems to do a fairly good job. And I started thinking, I'm like, man, it sure be nice if I could build some type of a circuit board and just solder in, the other zero point zero 0.01 capacitor and the 470k resistor. I'm thinking about doing that, but I'm an old fart and I don't know anything about CAD or nothing, so I'm trying to learn how to put the library, to get the symbols and the footprints and all that into KiCad, KiCad, whatever, however you pronounce that. I'm really thinking about designing a Gerber file to, make some type of a circuit board that will fit in there using the same screws and screw it in from the bottom. I put the screw in from the bottom just to see if it would fit, and it goes in there. So, if I get a circuit board that's about as thick as, that as the bracket, then I should be all right. But I don't know. Maybe that's too much trouble. Maybe I should just. I'm thinking buy another capacitor that actually was about the same size and just use the same bracket. I don't know. I don't know which way to go, because either way, I really don't like soldering these onto that such a small terminal. You know, there's just no room. But I mean, it can be done. And on these, there's a suggestion that you use a 8 lug terminal strip, because you have to replace these with 4 capacitors. You can't get these double capacitors anymore. So I'll cross that bridge when I get there. Let me turn this thing around and show you what I found out here. I started to take this bracket loose, because I thought I had to move it out of the way to get to this last screw. But I think the easiest, that's a pretty hard thing to do, because there's a screw right down in there, all these wires in the way. I got it loose, but I had to take all the screws off of this back plate, and that's just really hard. I think the best thing to do is just take these boards off of the bracket, take the screws off, and then you'll be able to get to that last screw for that other capacitor, and also gain access to these other two capacitors. So if you're doing this, if you're recapping these things, even just for the high voltage, you are in for the long run. I would advise you not to take that front plate off, because I'm going to have to deal with that sooner or later, putting these switches in. What I did here to get these switches off is I actually kind of went in from the front, and I bent these in, and I kind of shoehorned them in, and then I had to take some pliers and bend them back out. You can see even this one here is kind of, I've got to take some pliers and bend it on back again. But yeah, I painted myself in a corner there. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you, and so that I could hopefully save some people some trouble. Also on these lights, I'm not sure quite what I want to do. These are grain of wheat type of lights, and I found some. They're 4 millimeters, and I'm going to have to cut the ends off of here so that I could use the same rubber holder. I found some that are 3.8 that have an outer diameter of 3.8 millimeters. I might just buy those. It's a 20 pack that are blue. I might just get those. But like I say, I'll cross that other bridge when I get to it. So that's all I've got for now.